In this video, we'll do a dynamic analysis of malware. For this, we'll use process monitoring tool and fakenet to monitor any network request made by the malware, and Rexshot to take the snapshot of our windows. So first, let's fire up the process monitor and let's pause process monitor for time being until we run our malware, and let's clear. Now let's launch fakenet. This will act as a fake server. It will store the data into pcap file that we can analyze into Wireshark. Now let's launch Rexshot and we'll take the first snapshot. Before doing that, let's change the directory to C, and now let's take the first snapshot. So our first snapshot has been completed. Now we will run our malware and wait for 2 or 3 minutes. It has been 7:57 and we'll run until 8 o'clock. Then we'll take the second snapshot and we'll compare the changes. Before that, let's resume our process monitor to see all the changes made by malware, and it has started taking the results. Let's fire the malware. Just after launching malware, it has deleted itself and it has made a post request to an host at port 80, and connection is set to close, which means this is just sending the data and it is not hoping to receive any data. And the content length is 80, and this is the content which is encoded. As you can see in the process monitor, we can just simply filter as you can see when I search budget report exe, which was the name of our malware, it has shown some of processes created by it, such as creating file, closing a file, and some another request about 3 minutes, and there was no other request made by malware. And now what we should do, we can just take the second snapshot. So there has been another request that is made. It is quite same to the first one, where the data or the value that was sent is quite a different. As you can see, in the previous it ended with 69, now it's 67. All other details are same. It has been sent to the same address, to the same port number. You can see second snapshot has been taken. Now let's compare the results. This will be a simple text file showing the results or the changes that were made between first and second snapshot, before running the malware and after running the malware. So if you see the results, there were 0 keys that were deleted, but it added 4 keys. This can be keys that would be added due to adding the persistence, so the malware could start on the auto start of the PC. One folder was added. There were 6 files that were deleted, and there were 6 files that were added and 1 file that was deleted. 33 files were modified. Total changes 93. And let's check out the output. So these are the 4 keys that were added, and these are the 4 values into the keys that were added. This single key is containing a large amount of data, and the folder that was added is into roaming, and there were a fun file. As you can see, the file that was deleted is just the malware because it deleted itself. So this is more detailed version of the changes that were made. And now let's check pcap file that was created in fake net folder, and let's analyze it into Wireshark. And if you search HTTP, you should be able to find that request that was made by the malware. So this is the post request, and there were 2 requests that were made. So this is the first and this is the second. So let's open this. You can check this value out. You can just copy from here the value and check it or analyze it further. The value of C is just some gibberish. So first we'll filter out. We'll click on the filter icon, and in this we'll select out the process name, and we'll check the process to be budget report. Excluding all other processes, and we just want budget report to be shown, and let's apply that. Now we'll apply another filter from the operation section. It created a write file operation which allowed malware to move from a desktop folder into a roaming folder. Now let's apply this. So this is the processes that were made by the write file operation, and similarly you can also add another filters, but before that, to analyze it more further, we'll use a tool that is proc. For that we'll save into a CSV file and into desktop again. We'll set it to all events and let it export. Until then we can run our proc. This is taking quite a bit of time. Now it has exported into CSV. Now let's import our CSV file. So it will start analyzing it. So now the analysis of Procmon file has started. The file has been analyzed. So in this we will just select our budget report with PID 5424 and we'll just refresh it. And now this will generate us an interactive graph for our malware, and we can track its processes. So our file has been analyzed and proc.dot has been showing us the budget report exe. For zooming it, you can use control and scroll. So this will zoom out. For dragging, you can just use your left click and drag around. So now you can see a diagrammatical, or you can say information through a graph. So this will be much more easier to analyze. So this was the file that was created by the budget report. So this is how you can analyze your malware in proc.dot.